Hi, this is William's son. Today I would like to bring up the topic change of thinking logic along with growth. Do you still remember what your thoughts were when you read the book when you were in kindergarten? Do you feel your thinking logic was changing along with your growth? Yes, I feel I do. Today I'd like to introduce a book to tell the reading experience about me. This book is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I read this book a few times at different ages. Interestingly, this book inspired me in different perspectives and brought me deeper thoughts as I grew up. If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, written by Laura Numeroff, published in 1985, describes the story of a young boy giving a mouse a cookie. This made the mouse request for a glass of milk to go with the cookie. This ends up leading to a series of additional requests. Each request that the mouse asks for makes him demand for something new to make him feel even more relaxed. This creates a seemingly endless amount of demands that makes the boy tired and exhausted. As a kindergartner, I had an eagerness to explore the outside world. I was fascinated by fictional characters, especially in books. When my parents first read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, it blew my mind. I would think, how could a mouse have its own imagination and also talk? I would feel puzzled and ask my parents if animals could actually talk, like in the book. But they would always say, it depends on how you think of it. I would not understand what they were talking about, but as I grew older, I perceived the book differently. Thinking back at the questions I asked now, I felt that they were silly. As I grew up, I have perceived the book much differently than how I used to. Now, I think of the book as making a huge dependency on others. I feel this is what Laura Numeroff is really trying to teach us. She wants us to understand that we should not depend on others too heavily. This will make this person we are relying on too tired, resulting in them not wanting to help us anymore. Ron Haskins, a former congressional staff director, said on the Washington Post, "There are plenty of people out there who would read this book and say, 'Boy, if you give a mouse a cookie, you're just creating a huge dependency. And before you know it, he'll be taking a nap in your bed.'" In a very short time period at elementary school, I lacked time management skills and always waited for my dad to call me to go to school in the morning. One day, my dad had to go to work early for a meeting, so no one called me to wake up, unfortunately, causing me to go to school late. It offered me a good lesson that I needed to start to take care of myself and my own life independently. As I have grown older, I feel my thinking logic is changing gradually. I try to think more independently and get closer with reality. I still keep innovation and creativity. I want to get closer to reality and solve real world problems. To do this, I look for the scientific methodology. It lets me recall one unique project I did before. This project was what melts ice the fastest. Through the scientific method, I was able to figure out what material causes ice to melt the fastest amongst milk, salt, sugar, and pure water. The series of pictures shows that when I started from the independent study to find feasible methodology, how I implemented the experiment, and find out the experiment's results. As I have grown older, I now think of things differently. If you used to ask me to draw a picture of a scene, I would use different colors to make the objects more colorful to emphasize the features as shown on the left. But now that my thinking logic has changed, I would now draw a picture, describe the facts and realism of the scene to deliver what you see in the underlying meaning and feelings. As I have grown older, my logic on things have changed, especially on learning and reading. I feel that if we change, we could probably understand things differently in a better way. Thank you so much.